Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know I have been very inconsistent, but I'll try to be much consistent from going on. So this video is going to be all about the roadmap of getting a fully funded scholarship. When I say fully funded, it means it covers your tuition fee, it covers your stipend, it covers your living accommodation, it covers your food, it covers your clothing, it covers literally everything. I am on a Felix Scholarship, so I'm fully funded. I get allowances to live and to sustain my life in the UK. And if you don't know me, I study in University of Reading. I just completed my master's. So this video is going to be a roadmap on how, if I was like 2 years ago Dipali, how I applied to a master's in the UK, what was my process, and a complete roadmap. So for me, I had a 1-year work ex, so I was working while I was applying. So I was working at PwC India in marketing. July 23 was the time when I started applying. Then I started collecting my LORs, writing my SOP, looking out for counselors and all. And September, October, November, December was the time when I actually like hands-on applied to applications. The general rule is that you apply to the university first and then you apply to the scholarship. It's always that way. But in case like Commonwealth or Chevening, they open really early. So if the university portal hasn't opened to apply for the course and the scholarship portal closes first and the university portal opens, then in that case you can still apply for the scholarship and write that yes, I will apply to this and this course in this and this university. The portal hasn't opened. For me, University of Edinburgh, the portal opened in December, but Commonwealth and Chevening had their deadline in like October, November. So that was the case for me. But if the university portal is open for applying for their course and you're not applying there, you're directly applying to scholarship, don't do that. Yes, you can still write that yes, applied, not applied. There is a drop down for each of the university you put in and the course you put in. So you have to drop down and say applied, got in, unconditional, conditional offer, whatever you have. So this is like a general rule of thumb for all scholarships. Now let's go scholarship by scholarship. First scholarship being Commonwealth Scholarship. It opens near early September and then closes in October or early November. So make sure you collect all your SOPs, LORs by then. It covers everything. As I said, all of these are fully funded. There are a lot of types of Commonwealth scholarships: Commonwealth Split, Commonwealth Masters, Commonwealth Shared. I applied for Commonwealth Masters Scholarship, but again, go through these different parts, because in which part you can link your career with. I could link my career with Masters Scholarship. Each scholarship will say that this is the criteria that they'll need. Some will need academic excellence, some will need your leadership quality. So Masters required me academic excellence from a recognized university, and I had that, so I filled that. So go through each of the criteria. I can't say enough that how much research you do will help you get a scholarship. Again, the documents needed are the same: SOP, cover letter, your resume, your LOR. But this year I had a word with scholar that was applying. They have also added personal reference. Personal reference is something like a friend or like a mentor, like a tutor that gives you a personal reference apart from LOR. If I just remembered, first your application is shortlisted by the ministry and then it goes to the UK Commonwealth body. So there are 2 screening processes, and then you have your interview. That they keep changing their applications every year, so this is not like a hard and fast rule. Also, references are really important. Make sure you give correct references and reputed references. So I gave like my university, JMC, St. Mary College tutors as my references. Since JMC is a very well-known college, they knew that yes, her references are good enough. You can also give a work reference as well. So what you can do is mix match, one work, one university. This is what I have seen literally shines through. Scholarship I'm going to talk about is Chevening Scholarship. This year it opened around 5th August, and then again it's the same. It ends early November or late October. Again, covers everything. For Chevening, the eligibility is you have to have a 2-year work experience. Chevening doesn't really see your academics. Yes, it does, but it focuses on your work experience. It focuses on your leadership qualities, impact to make a change. So it says something like leadership, policy influence, and not just academics. So this is what, even if you have like an average grade, that doesn't matter. But if you have a leadership potential, you have led teams in the past, I think this is a place for you. You should definitely apply for Chevening Scholarship. All the scholarships that I listed above, they don't really want your IELTS. It's the university that wants you to give the IELTS. not the scholarship. The scholarship will never ask for any of your English academic test. It's the university that asks you about that. So make sure in mind, don't give your IELTS first hand. So for me, I didn't give my IELTS because my university waived it off for me and the scholarship didn't ask me. So I didn't give IELTS. Third one that I am on is Felix Scholarship. So Felix Scholarship, again, it's fully funded, but it's only for 3 universities, Reading, SOAS and Oxford. I applied to Reading only because SOAS didn't have my course, neither did Oxford. But if you have courses in all the unis, go apply. So it works slightly differently. So you apply to Reading first and then you apply to Felix Scholarship later. Same is with SOAS. You apply to SOAS first, then with the Felix Scholarship. But with Oxford, as soon as you apply to Oxford, there's a drop box that says, do you want to apply for Felix Scholarship? And you just click yes. But there's no separate application for Oxford. There's just some additional questions in your application if you want to apply for Felix Scholarship. So make sure in Oxford, it just works slightly differently, but rest, everything is the same. Since I know the panel really well, they really care about your undergrad, where you did your undergrad from. So for me, when I met my scholarship panelist in the reception that we had, they were like, you are the first girl from Jesus and Mary College. So they remembered that I'm the first girl. And they were telling me like, we have a lot of students from St. Stephen's, but you're the first girl from JMC. It really matters that which undergrad college you went to in Felix Scholarship. And the last one is Inlaks Scholarship. This scholarship opens the last, so it opens around January and closes around March and April. So remember filling this at the last. I filled it very early as per Inlaks Scholarship. I filled it in January, but it closed around March. It covers everything, your tuition and living, but it is only for specific subjects. So you'll have to see those subjects. I remember I applied for it, but my subject wasn't there, but I still applied just to like apply, but don't do that. Your course is not there. So apply only if your course is there. The focus for the courses is more arts and humanities courses and STEM courses. So I didn't belong to any of it. So that's why that wasn't really my forte. Again, requires the same documents as above. So the 4 scholarships that I told, I'll tell you some additional must-haves that you should definitely have. A strong SOP. Please watch my previous videos. Strong LORs, 1 academic and 1 work LOR is perfect if you have work experience. If you don't have work experience, get 2 academic LORs. Read the impact sections of each scholarship. Go through the criteria, eligibility criteria, and then tailor a SOP. Please don't use the same SOP or cover letter for each scholarship. Shouldn't be like you have used one SOP for Commonwealth and the same SOP for Chevening. Both of them have different focus. Chevening is more leadership oriented, whereas Commonwealth is more academic oriented. Same is with Felix. So don't just copy paste. Yes, keep it 80% the same, but tweak according to the impact. You have to tweak according to what each scholarship essential criteria is. If one scholarship is asking you your leadership or experience, you'll not blabber about, oh, I got 10 on 10 on this, I got 100%, I got 98%. Just say that, oh, I have led this team, oh, I have led this social impact. One thing that they see in your SOP is your willingness to come back to India and to contribute to India. So for me, that was a very strong point. I wrote in every of my SOP that yes, I will contribute to India in this. This is how I'll do it with pointers. So make sure you do that. You have to learn the art of tailoring. You have to learn the art of not rewriting, but just tailoring your content. If you have made an interview call, that's perfect. Like you have won 70% of the battles. It's really less chances that you won't get selected. It's the hardest to get your application approved. But once you have aced your application and you've got into the interview process and you know the art of selling, you can sell yourself. Just please apply early. So I have seen students, oh, Commonwealth opens in September and it is still October or November. I'll apply on the last day. Please don't do that. Apply as early as you can, because loads out the stress. What if you miss deadline by just 1 day? They wouldn't help you. It is not more like the chances won't really increase if you apply early, but it's for your mental health. And I would always recommend everyone to apply as early as they can, because even if like few hours you miss the deadline, and even their portal, because these are all Indian websites, their portals crash a lot. So if you're waiting for the last day, the portal crashes, anything uncertain happens, you will regret it for 1 year. So I would recommend just submit at least a week before, because you don't know what if the portal crashes or anything happens. Another tip is talk alumni. please go on LinkedIn, talk to as many alumni as you can. Talk to me. I have my DMs filled with students and I do reply to them. Talk to alumni, ask their applications, how they submitted, how was their interview. I remember I reached out to like so many of my Felix or Commonwealth or Inlaks alumni. I asked them what's missing in my application, asked them to view my application, asked them to see. I didn't ask them, oh, how's this process? Oh, how's this? Please don't ask general questions from me or any of the Felix Scholar. Be very specific. Tell them, oh, this is my SOP. Please review it. Please tell me any feedback. Even the scholars would love to do it, but if you ask, oh, how do I apply for scholarship? That is a very stupid question. That is a very, very stupid question. There's ample resources in there. My Instagram DMs, I see very stupid questions that, oh, how do I apply? What's the eligibility? Man, you can see that. You can just Google it and see that. If you say, oh, this is my SOP Dipali, please review it. I would be more than happy to see it. If you come up with specific questions, a very general question will not do any good to me because that's easily available. But if it's a specific question according to your application, for your application, I would be pleased to answer that. And any other scholar would be pleased to answer that as well. Also, one last tip before ending the video. I didn't want this video to be very, very long. Please keep all your transcripts, all your certificates scanned in a bundle, in a PDF file, because it's easier when you upload it. What I did was I just scanned all my sports certificates in a separate PDF, all my academic certificates in a separate PDF, and all my extracurricular certificates in a separate PDF. And whenever somewhere in the drop down they asked me for my additional documents, I just uploaded it there. So always keep a scanned copy of all your certificates. Collect all the resources you can going forward. So if you're applying for next year or if you're applying this year, if you're starting early, collect all the certificates, scan it, collect all the LORs. It's a long process. Mind you, it took me like, I started in July, August, September, October, November. It took me like 6 months to collect everything, ask for LORs. It's not like, oh, I wake up one day, 1 month, I'll be done. It's a long process. It's a lot of tailoring. And please just don't skip anything. I'll not do anything and I'll just apply for scholarships. Please don't do that. Write research papers if you want. Work somewhere, and it's not impossible. If I can get it, anyone can get it, because I'm the most chill person, you know, like I haven't written any research paper. But I wouldn't say that don't write a research paper, because in my interview they did ask me that, oh, what research papers have you read or written? And I was like, I don't read research papers or I don't write research papers, but yes, I read a lot of books, and I told them, and I read a lot of podcasts. They fell in love with my personality, not with what I do. That's what I'm saying. Let them fall in love with your personality. Bring your SOP as strong as you can. Write it in a humanized tone. Write it in a storytelling way. And that will definitely get you a scholarship. Please feel free to reach out to me on Instagram or DM me or book a call with me, and I'll be happy to help. All the best for applying. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Because the professor, because they are because they're big. Also, tailor